I keep saying my videos are going to be short, but then they never are. So this one is definitely going to be shorter because I don't have a lot to yap about because there's nothing on my whiteboard. Kind of freestyled this. But every once in a while, I start to think, man, maybe I should just stop doing this thing and everything will be all right. And I'm going to do something else and preoccupy my time or a goal that I have in mind. And I have to snap myself out of that mentality 9 times out of 10 and just go ahead and do the thing that I set out to do. And 9 times out of 10, other people will just give up on that. They don't really have like a strong willpower or um, objective that appeals to them enough for them to do it every single day. There are people who post on this platform every single day and have done it for the last 3 or 4 years without missing a day. Whether they are sick, whether somebody in their family has passed away, car crash I've seen, people still manage to find a way and they are always willing to do what it takes to succeed. And that's something that I'm really keen about. So, show up when nobody else will. Show up when nobody else comes to practice and practice. Show up and put in the work and the effort every single day by waking up at a good time and putting in that effort. It's just a very basic thing of discipline and how badly do you want whatever it is that you're after. Could be, I don't know, a car, could be the approval of somebody, could be your neighbors to stop knocking on your door every single day, right? Whatever it may be, work towards those goals by showing up every single day. Because the people who don't show up, they're not going to be as well off as you are because they haven't committed to a goal and they haven't consistently pursued it without a second thought. And that's another thing, right? You should get to a state where you don't even second guess your instincts or anything that you're about to do. It's just automatic for you, right? And that's kind of how you really need to approach any sort of goal. This kind of has to be like your mindset, right? I wake up every single day knowing I know I have to post a YouTube video today. That's like a goal that I set for myself. That's the first thing that I think, what am I going to do in today's video? And you are kind of obsessed in that way, and that's a good thing, right? You know this thing is so important to you that you've experienced a lot of it either growing up or it's something that you're really passionate about and you want to be able to do it. You are excited about doing it and you're obsessed over doing the action. And so you kind of are put in this mindset where you do not hesitate to do the thing, you automatically do it. That's a really good trait about people. People who act in general kindness towards other people without hesitation. You see a lot in anime, I think is like a good example, where there's maybe like a hero, and that hero, they possess some sort of internal power that is, I don't know, amplified by their capability to do things without hesitation, right? Uh, that really is a superpower because there are a lot of, I mentioned in other videos, narcissistic people or people with very big egos that only really care about themselves. But true power comes with the trust of other people, right? When you're able to lead people effectively and gain the trust of others, people are willing to help you a lot more when you need it versus somebody who is not of that character or stature. So, another thing that you should do is always trust your instincts. Um, tend to be split up into, I guess, two parts. I guess we could put here. So we could have emotion, and I guess the other one is logic, right? Instincts are kind of split up in those sorts of two categories of thinking, right? You can think about something is emotionally tangent in a situation, what would be the best there to say or do, or you could think logically, um, regardless of what this person feels, thinks, or how they're going to act, what is the best course of action long term. It's kind of how I think about it, right? Something that doesn't involve emotion, right? So, yeah, there have been times where I have not trusted my instincts and things have gone poorly for me, and there are some times where I have only acted emotionally and things have gone poorly, and same with logically and stuff like that. I think it's good to maintain a good balance of each of these two. What I mean to say by this is that if your instincts are telling you that if you continue to do the thing every single day and show up, that it's going to have a positive outcome, and you're positive of that, then do it. That's it. The other thing, this often comes up a lot when you're writing essays or something, applying for something that is important to you. Might be a scholarship, might be graduate school, might be I don't know, some sort of promotion at a job or something like an interview. Why are you different? An important trait about people who are technically different and who are obsessed with their craft or whatever it may be. An example is like Messi. Messi's obsessed with soccer. Any sports player basically that is relatively famous is obsessed with their craft, right? The reason you are different is because you show up every day when nobody else does. You put in all of the work, you put in the hours. You are the best. You want to become the best of the best, it shows, right? That shows through actions, through how you speak, through what you're thinking about. How obsessed are you? And I think that is a very different type of mindset that not a lot of people can really commit to, right? There's all these other people who, they say, "Oh yeah, I'm working towards my New Year's resolution," but never do their New Year's resolution. That is just a weak mind, just not really forward-looking or not very keen about their goals, right? They're not really obsessed about anything. They're kind of just saying it, right? And that's the difference between somebody who is genuinely different and obsessed over something and shows up every day versus somebody who just says something and disregards it.